All right. Fantastic evening to all of our awesome teammates here. Lamont Silver Sr. Queen is going to go and get the audio set for our webinar. Let's do a few quick introductions. We're going to probably share for about 30 minutes, and then after that we'll get into Q&A, okay? Hey, George and Marin from Australia, good morning to you over there in Australia. Give me a moment. Hey, Foy in Florida, good to see you, my friend. Everyone, if you would go on and put your name and tell us what part of the world you are from. Aubrey from Alabama said, time to take a much-needed vacation. Well, you're going to love what the company's doing from the travel in, and I'll be able to show you a little bit of some things about that tonight as well. Elaine and Andy from Plaquemine, Louisiana. You guys are absolutely amazing. Have you ever missed a webinar? Hey, Isaiah from Cambodia. Good to have you. Clarence from Fairfield, California. Fantastic. Dennis, good to see you, my friend. Hello, Marlette. You doing well today? And Marlette's a guest with us. Oh, she's not even a part of the family just yet. So welcome. Well, Marlette, we'll just have to go in and adopt you. You're part of the family now. Hello, Clevin. How you doing, buddy? Cleveland, excuse me, I messed that up. Sorry, Cleveland. Yeah. Thank you, bud. Hey, Michael from Alabama, Vicky from Vegas, Alan from Ohio, Happy from Texas, Diane from Charlotte, Sam from Florida, Kirk from Idaho, James from Tennessee, Hal from Vermont, Lancelot from Jamaica, Christine from Rhode Island, Cynthia from Maryland, and there are more that are coming on. So it's good to see each and every one of you. Now, so it looks like we've got some guests here, so let's make sure we set the stage. My name's Lamont Silver Sr. Everyone calls me Lamont. We've been in the home business industry for 19 years. We've had some tremendous successes. We've had some peaks and valleys, Queen, and that's to be expected in the entrepreneurial experience. But every time we've had a valley, it wasn't long after that we experienced another peak, because success and failure on the same road. Success is just a little bit further down the road. We planted our flag here a few short months ago with a new company called JubiRev, Jubi Max, and unfortunately, because of some changes, I won't say changes, but what has come to light as it relates to the industry that we're in, the company has been making some modifications to our compensation plan. Our new compensation plan is absolutely phenomenal, yet at the same time, Queen, it's different from what people were originally used to. And so where we're headed with our team, we're not going anywhere. We've planted our flag. We're going to build Jubi, and we're going to build it with a new compensation system and with new products. I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the new products that is coming to bear for all of us in the U.S., Canada, as well as internationally. And then we'll get into some Q&As. But Queen, here's where we are going. And again, some of you have heard this before, and I want to just reiterate it so that I think if you hear it more than one time, if you hear it again and again, you see exactly where we're going as a team. All right, so Queen, here's the deal. Back in 2008, we had already been successful in the industry, but primarily offline. And we made the decision that we were going to come online. We were going to bring our businesses to the internet. So we would continue to do some things offline, but what we saw when we came onto the internet in 2008, the very first, Daryl, really the very first exposure I had to internet marketing training was through a young whippersnapper. His name was Jonathan Budd. I won't say was, is Jonathan Budd. He was a young guy, maybe 23, 24. And what blew me away is he had only been in the home business industry for a few, a couple short years, 2-3 years, and he had focused on the internet. And so he was doing, in terms of monthly income, in the space of a couple of years, what I had not even gotten to at the point in the space of, probably 16 years at that time, all right, in the industry. And so that blew me away. Here's this young kid, and he's making this thing happen. And so the first course I took of his, Queen, was a video marketing course that focused primarily on YouTube. And it was a great course. It was $1,000 for the course. It was worth every single penny. then, but you know, I was new to the internet, and so I really needed more than just the 6 weeks that he provided in that $1,000 course. So then he did another course, and I purchased that course too. It was another $1,000, worth every single penny, so a couple $1,000. But there was no income opportunity tied to that, Queen. So it wasn't like if I referred someone to his courses that was going to help me offset my $1,000, and if I referred even a few more people, Queen, I could actually make money by referring them to that type of training. And so one of the things we looked at is we said, okay, we learned a lot, but you know, one is the average, at least at that time with our following, are folks going to be able to afford a $2,000 price tag to learn, but there's no income opportunity associated with it, so it's not like they can turn around and refer a few others and start to make money and make that money back and then get into profit. And so what we decided to do was, at the time, we didn't even have an opportunity. And this is one of the things, and I want to say that I got this from Jonathan Budd. If I didn't, I got it from somebody. This is a big one. Write this one down. Put this in your repertoire, okay? Use this when you're tweeting out. Use this when you post something on Facebook. Use this when you do a video, okay? If you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter what you are marketing. All right, so if you don't know how to market, he said, and I think it was him, could have been somebody else. If you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. So you could be promoting a company with the best compensation system, best product, best service. I was talking with my niece earlier today. There's a company that she promotes. She absolutely loves her company. She loves her company. She loves her company, okay? But she's not making any money. But she loves her company. She loves her company. And to try to pull her away from that company, it ain't going to happen. She loves her company. But the problem is she doesn't know how to market. Now, she's got a few friends that have looked at her business, but she doesn't have much of a warm market. She's got a warm market, but she doesn't have a lot of influence in that warm market. So if you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. But then I think it was Jonathan, if it wasn't him, somebody else did. Then they said, once you learn how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. In other words, once you learn the marketing skill sets, you'll always be in business. So, Queen, over the last 4 weeks that our company has been in this transition, I've had to reevaluate everything, okay? And one of the things, so a few years ago, we were, with that adage, what we were doing is we were bringing mentors, and some of you were with us way back then, some of you didn't know us then, where every Monday night, for instance, we would have a marketing training. And we brought on some folks that had made a lot of money online, and they were teaching us various marketing skill sets, so on and so forth. And we had another gentleman that came on, and he taught us YouTube marketing, and some people applied that, some people didn't. And then what we figured out is that, you know, what we really needed to do for our audience was essentially prepare a buffet for them of different marketing methods, because everybody may not be suited for YouTube, you know. But then somebody might want to leverage Facebook. I don't do the Facebook thing. I like YouTube, but somebody else might like the Twitter thing. And then if you dedicate yourself to that marketing skill set, then nobody's going to ever be able to take that away from you. So now, what derailed us, if you will, Queen, or I won't say derailed us, what happened was we stumbled across a compensation model that basically said, hey, if your people aren't good at recruiting and they're not good at sponsoring, they're not good at selling, it's okay, they can still make money. And so where we were intending to follow this, hey, let's teach everyone how to fish, not just give them a fish, we stumbled into this model that said, hey, you don't have to worry about it. If they can't fish, don't worry about it. We'll get, you know, all they got to do is buy some bids or lifestyle dollars or Jubi bucks and have some customers and give them away and generate points and earn on a daily basis. And so, Queen, unfortunately with that, we thought it was fortunate at the time. All right, man, this is it. This is what we've been looking for. Yay! We got people making money that's never made money before. But now in retrospect, now that we see that that model will not stand up from a regulatory standpoint, Okay? And if you haven't embraced that yet, if you haven't had your memorial service, please go on and have your memorial service. Revenue sharing, the way that we've come to love her and wanted her, she's dead. She ain't coming back. All right? She's no Lazarus. She ain't coming out of the tomb. She ain't coming back. So, Queen, so now we're back to, okay, all right. If we're going to make money in this industry, we're going to stop saying, hey, if you're not good at recruiting, sponsoring, or selling, it's okay. Because it's not. It's not. In the revenue sharing world, when she was alive, it didn't matter, right? But she's dead. So, here's the thing, Queen. It's not that just because a person's not good at recruiting, sponsoring, or selling today doesn't mean they won't get there. It just means that we need to have a commitment to developing the marketing skill set. That's all that means. That's all that means. And so, what we are doing already in the background for our team is we are embracing the concept that many of you have heard of called attraction marketing, that basically says, let me show you how to build your business, how to build your following, how to build your enterprise. And attraction marketing says, instead of just starting off leading with your company, our company obviously with Jubi, and hey, come join me with Jubi. We got the best compensation plan since sliced bread, and my deal can beat your deal. That we lead with value. Queen, here's the bottom line: 90% of all marketers, maybe even more than that, are struggling. Meaning they're having a tough time making enough money to pay their auto ship, much less have profit left over. All right, so one of my mentors taught me this. He said, if you want to get rich, T. Lamont, that's the word he used. He said, find a point of pain and provide healing. So find an area where people are, agonizing. They're in pain, and be the one to bring healing. Okay, so now here's where we're headed with this, Queen. So 90% or more of the people out there marketing, that are already marketing, are struggling, period. So what we are going to do is we're going to provide healing in the form of marketing training and value to help you build whatever business that you're looking to build. So that when I show you how to build whatever business you're looking to build, and you love your business, all right, but if you're struggling, that now you say, hey, well, I want to learn that from you. I want to learn how to get leads. I want to learn how to, because my warm market, I'm in the NFL club, no friends left, no family left. How did you do that? How do you get these leads? How do you associate with those leads? How do you get them to do business with you? And then they say, oh, by the way, so what is it that you're doing? What is it that you're marketing? So, Queen, I had to go back over the last couple of years. I'm in a constant state right now reevaluating how we're going to build and so on and so forth, Queen. And then I noticed, I said, wait a minute. I've done a tremendous disservice to my following. What disservice did I do? Because I learned a couple of concepts about YouTube. I applied those couple concepts about YouTube. Let me give you, these are true stories, all right? Let me give you a true story here. Queen, you've heard me when we would do webinars when revenue sharing was living. She's dead now. She's dead, okay? She's dead. Yeah. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. She's dead. The way that we loved her, she's dead. But when she was alive, when we thought she was alive, okay, we would do Everyday Can Be Payday webinars. Remember those, right?
Yeah.
And I would share with you a story of a guy named Lacey. Lacey joined me in a company called Zeke Rewards and didn't have a lot of money. Joined me in June of 2011 and, made a minimal purchase, but rolled up his sleeves and went to work. A year later, Lacey had just under 1 million points. And Queen, so a year later, Lacey was making about, he was putting about $50,000 a month, a week, $50,000 a week in his pocket, okay? Well, my overrides from Lacey, would average about $30,000 a month, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So my recruitment of Lacey, now he built a team, but my overrides just from what he was doing was about $30,000 a month. Guess how Lacey found me?
Okay.
A YouTube video.
That's right.
He found me by YouTube. I did not know him.
Right.
He found me because I did a series of YouTube videos because of what I had learned from Jonathan Budd and one trainer that we had to come. And then so as I've been reevaluating, I was like, man, I missed the mark. Because, yes, hey, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to sponsor, you don't have to say, you come join our team and you can still make money. Well, what I should have been saying is, well, you don't have to recruit, sponsor, and sell. That's okay. You can still make money, but let me show you.
Right.
Queen, show them Twitter. Paul, show them Facebook. Amber, show them solo ads. Louise, show them safe list marketing. So that's where we missed the mark. So last week, and I'll do this again today, in case you weren't here last week to absolve me, I come before you because you're my family, and I repent before you because we got lazy. And we stopped the path that we're on. Okay, success and failure on the same road. Success is a little bit further down the road, so now we pick it up. And we learned from that. I remember, Queen, when I was trading in the stock market in 1 month, I lost $37,000 in the stock market, and I was walking with my head hung down, and my mentor said, why are you walking with your head hung down? I said, I lost $37,000 in 1 month in the stock market, man. And he said to me, what did you learn from that? And I told him what I learned. He said, so you learned something? I said, yes, sir. He said, so it was a $37,000 lesson. Pick up and move on. And, Queen, I would tell you that while that was not fun losing that $37,000, that because of the losing that $37,000, I wasn't afraid to get involved in this business or that business or do this investment system or that investment system, and I wasn't afraid to take a loss because, Queen, I remember one day when I lost $10,000 in a day with another investment, had nothing to do with the business, told my wife that I lost $10,000, and you know what we said? Well, at least it wasn't 37.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Then I went on, Queen, to help start a network marketing company, and it failed. I lost everything. What lesson did you learn? My mentor would say. What did you learn? It was a lesson. It was a lesson to teach you because success and failure on the same road. Success is just a little bit further down the road. Okay, so this is where we're going, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me just give you a couple notes here. Then I'm going to show you some things with Jubi, and then we're going to get to your questions and answers. All right, let me tell you where we eventually all want to be. Queen, the quickest way, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to build our own following, meaning that you're going to build a list. This is going to be a list of people. You're going to have them in an email list. Obviously, you can build a following through Skype. You can build a following through Twitter. You can build a following through Facebook. But you ultimately want to have these folks opting in to an email list of yours so that you can continue that relationship and so on and so forth. All right, so we're going to build our own following, meaning you're going to build your following, Shelly, and meaning you're going to build your following, and Jeff, you're going to build your following. We're going to provide a lot of value to that following. And you say, well, I don't know how to provide value to that following. Well, that's just where we're going to come in from a leadership standpoint and provide some systems and some trainings and what have you that you simply offer until you are at the point where you feel comfortable maybe offering your own training or doing your own video, your own audio, so on and so forth. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to build our own following. We're going to build our own list, a list that you own and a list that you control, a list that you own and a list that you control. One of the things that's made us successful in this industry is that we've been building a following. So when we ever had to make a left turn or a right turn, or we had to make a modification because of this or that, we always had a following, or at least a remnant of a following, who said, okay, I'm following you. All right, now what we want to all then do is continue to build that following, build upon them. Where we got a little lazy, Queen, is the last couple of years, we weren't as aggressive as building that, new people, adding new people to our list and list building and so on and so forth. Now, ultimately, all right, where we want to go with this, ultimately, we want to be able to scale our list building, which in time is going to be using paid methods of advertising. Now, some of you may have resources to start doing some paid advertising sooner rather than later. And if you can do that, then you're going to see more results quicker in terms of building up your list, okay? However, we also know that not everybody's going to be in a situation right away to be able to start a paid campaign or to have a marketing budget or what have you. So we're also going to make sure that you learn some sweat equity methods. And what I mean by that is I may not have any money, or I may have very little money, but I will devote some time.
Yeah.
Whether that time is, hey, I'm going to learn, I'm going to really focus on Twitter, and I'm going to do what Queen Twitter teaches me to do, and I'm going to do it consistently, and I'm not going to do it for a week, and then say, oh, look up, oh, do I have the result? No. I'm going to do it consistently. The reason Queen Twitter has hundreds of thousands of folks following her on Twitter because she's been very diligent with that. So, for instance, Queen, you notice, when, for the most part, throughout the week, when I'm sending out an email to our audience, what am I doing? I make a video. So I'm making a video almost every single day. Now, up to this point, I've been making a video primarily for our existing following. So now what I'm going to start doing is not only making a video for our existing following, but for the following I don't currently have, okay?
Right.
Putting great content out there, so on and so forth, okay? So that's a sweat equity method. Paul, who's going to also be teaching some tremendous Facebook methods, Corey Kraft, some Facebook methods, Jeff White, some video marketing methods, Amber, who's been studying with one of the top internet marketing gurus out there, a gentleman by the name of Dagan Smith. She's actually been running some campaigns on his behalf. So we've got several people that are putting together video training series. I don't know how you say that. Multiple series. How about that?
Multiple series.
Okay. Multiple video training series, so that you can start to learn these things at your pace. Some learn faster, some learn slower, so you'll be able to stop the video, go and apply what you just heard, rewind it if you need to. If you need to see it, hear it, see it, hear it again, you're going to see it, hear it, and hear it again. And then ultimately what we want to move you to is that from your sweat equity methods, as you develop a marketing budget, all right? This is a tidbit that I got the other night because I'm in student mode, Queen. So like last night, I was up to 2 in the morning. I haven't checked Skype in a few days. I'm behind on everything because I'm in student mode again, okay? So I got this one little piece, and Queen, if I had applied it before, we would have just, it would have been really crazy. Queen, and this is what they said. They said, my mentor said, take 20% of your commissions and apply it to paid advertising. One of the guys that I'm following, this huge internet marketer, and again, you'll learn about him and or some of his teaching and training and what have you, because we'll share it with you. We'll teach it to you. He said this particular guy, I want to say, I don't remember the numbers, but let's say he was making 20 grand a month from simply sweat equity approaches, because he started with a sweat equity approach because he didn't have any money. Okay.
Right.
After a while, he was just, he was going at it 12, 15 times a day. He was, just doing this thing. And you may not have 12, 15 times a day. If you got 2 hours a day, then be committed to that 2 hours a day. Okay. So he was at 20 grand a month. And then when he was taught by his mentor to take 20% of his commissions and put that into paid advertising methods, and we'll talk about some paid advertising methods. One paid advertising method is called a solo ad, okay, where it might be $100 that you have an ad going out to a big list of people. Well, I had someone do that for me. I had Amber do a solo ad for me a while back, and I just didn't follow through on the campaign. Queen, in 2 days, I had 200 opt-ins into my autoresponder. The problem is I didn't set up the campaign properly so that I had a series of emails going out to them and offering them an offer and what have you. But I got 200 leads for $100. That's 50 cents a lead. That's good stuff.
Right.
All right. So what he said was that when he implemented the paid advertising, 20%, he said he went from 20 grand a month to 40 grand a month in 30 days.
All right.
So then there's another buddy of mine, not that we're best friends or anything like that, but someone that I've met and befriended. Queen, this guy, because he mastered the marketing skill set. Check this out. Because he mastered the marketing skill set. He joined us. It wasn't in Jubi because it was before Jubi, but he joined our team in the Z company. Yeah. And when I was talking with him, because I was told that he was like one of the top internet marketers out there, when I talked to the guy told me that he had at least 5 companies that he was making 10 grand a month from. How'd you do that? Remember, when you learn how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. So what he did is he developed this marketing skill set, the internet marketing skill set, because you can do things on the internet that's very difficult to do offline. And once he got it, so he joined Company A, and he put together this campaign and built a system around it and what have you, and then it became pretty much automatic. Because what he said in all of his stuff is, I don't return phone calls. Don't call me. I will show you how you can build a business without ever having to get on the phone. So guess what? People join him, but he had already set it up that I'm not going to I don't do phone calls. And they simply followed. He put in video format what he was doing. They simply followed that. So then he's making $10,000 a month with Company A. Then he would go and do the same thing with Company B. And he went and did the same thing with. I said, are you serious? You got 5 companies. You're making 10 grand a month. Now I want you to build Jubi. Okay. Okay. But you know what I really want you to do? Win.
That's right.
So I'm going to apply these marketing skill sets to build Jubi. You apply them hopefully to build Jubi, but Queen, if you go and build, listen, if you go and you learn these marketing skill sets, it won't matter what you market. Are you hearing me, Queen?
I'm hearing you.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So this is what I want everyone to do as a prelude, a homework assignment, as a prelude for some of this training before it starts to come out, okay? Probably next Thursday, we'll probably start doing at least some introductory marketing training, internet marketing training, until some of these other videos are up and running and we can get into more of the meat and potatoes, okay? What I want you to do, what I want everyone to do, is I want you, here's your homework assignment, is to look at your daily schedule. And Queen, this is what we're going to do, okay?
Okay.
I want you to look at your daily schedule and look at the time that you can commit to becoming a student. Now, I'm going to tell you what we're not going to do. We're not going to spend the next 2 years trying to learn every single method before we put it into place. But we are going to spend some time each day starting to learn some of these marketing methods by watching some videos and then starting to implement what we're watching. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at the time slots you have day by day by day that you are going to commit to your business learning the marketing skill set. And during that time, so let's say you say, well, on Monday, I can commit from 7 p.m. my time to 8:30 p.m. my time, whatever your time happens to be, okay? I can commit an hour and a half. So maybe that hour and a half you're watching videos. Once the videos come out, you're watching videos about Twitter, all right? So you're spending that time, and then you're starting to apply the things that you're learning, or maybe it's Facebook, or maybe it's YouTube, or so on and so forth, okay? This is what I want you to do, Queen. During that time frame, I want you to be totally focused, totally committed. So let me tell you what T. Lamont's been doing for the last week, all right? There's a marketing method that I'm learning. I will soon start to implement. So you have not seen me in Skype hardly, and it's not because I don't want to be in Skype, but I'm focused. My phone, that's what a voicemail is for. Someone sends me a text, I'll get back to them. Queen, I love my sports. my ESPN First Take with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. I have not seen them in the last week. And there was a big basketball game the other day. But I'm focused. So last night, I got to bed at not last night, 2:30 in the morning. Because it was nice and quiet. The kids out of school now, so it was nice and quiet. And so I'm focused. I'm focused. I'm focused. And so as we learn the marketing skill set, it won't matter what we're marketing. Okay, I'm past my time, so I got to do this last part real quick. All right. On Tuesday, or was it yesterday? Tuesday, we talked about a travel product that was coming to bear. If you remember, on our training webinar, and I was very envious of the international market because I knew this product was going to be for international. Wasn't sure if it was going to be U.S. and had a couple conversations. I want this product. Got to have this product. Get back with attorneys and figure out how we've got to frame it so that we can market it in the U.S. So this travel product is coming to bear, ladies and gentlemen. It may take a couple of, I think, people will be able to, I think the international folks can purchase it now, but in terms of the fulfillment on it, it may be a couple of weeks before all the private labeling and all that other stuff is done. But let me just show you just a couple things real quickly, okay? All right. This particular travel product is now going to be available all across the globe. This travel product is going to give has 250,000 pages of inventory. It's vast. Queen, as I went through I had a little demo account that I could log into, and when I went into the demo account, it probably had 5 or 6 different resort condominium booking engines. 5 or 6 different ones. Now there were as I looked through it, there were a couple booking engines where maybe you found the same resort at the same time, but it was the total number of properties available was extremely, extremely vast. Over 230 hotels. And so if you're not looking for a week stay, you're just looking for a night here, a night there, 2-3 nights here, 2-3 nights there, you'll have access to that. Anything from a 1-star resort to a 6-star resort. So somebody who's only looking to pay a few dollars for a roof over their head for the night, or if you're looking for a really nice, dream vacation type style there. By the way, on the condo engine, Queen, I also noticed in times past with the condo booking engines that we've seen, it was always 8-day, 7-night stay. What I also saw is I saw some that were maybe with just 3-night stays if you only wanted to stay for 3 nights, so maybe you wanted a quick weekend getaway. All right, so there were plenty of those. I will tell you, I saw a bunch of condos in parts of Hawaii. I saw a bunch in how do you say Puerto Vallarta?
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, okay. Bunch of them in there, and I saw a bunch of 8-day, 7-night condos in places like Hawaii and that part of Mexico. I can't say it for for like $499. Yeah, for the week. So just a lot of those. Okay, there's all-inclusive resort packages. There's private tours. There's you get car rental. Now, what we're not doing is we're not becoming travel agents. All right, we're not becoming travel agents. We're not selling a booking engine. It's basically a travel membership. It's basically a travel membership. And I believe, Queen, that there's going to be a lot of people that's going to want this product, even if they're not a part of the income opportunity. With our team, we'll probably even do a webinar presentation. It may not be live. We'll probably make it recorded. That is really centered more around the product and, go into the system, the booking engine, and do some, live screen capture of us looking for this vacation or that vacation to get people wanting to purchase it, even if they're not looking to be in the income opportunity. Now, I'm going to tell you why we're going to do that. It's because as we learn the internet marketing skill set, Queen, one of the things that I anticipate people are going to want to do is have a campaign that that is geared towards people that are looking for travel deals. And so you will be able to do campaigns to get people to take a look at this, and get the product. And if they get the product, Queen, even if they don't join the business, by them getting the product, it still is going to generate commissions, and it's still going to generate in various people's max teams, so that they can get the $1,000 bonuses. Because even if a customer just purchases it for the membership and they have no interest in the income opportunity, it's still volume in your max team for you to get a $1,000 bonus. Okay. All right. So this is the advantage of what we're going to be doing internet marketing wise. Is as we learn the internet marketing skill set and apply the internet marketing skill set, we'll be able to not only promote the business side, we'll also be able to promote just the pure customer side. And the pure customer side, I'm telling you, is mighty, mighty, mighty good looking, mighty sexy. So here's some examples. Here's some examples, and this will be in our income opportunity presentations. In a few moments, we'll get to your questions. This is a higher end resort. Okay, this particular resort is a higher end resort. If you went to Expedia on the right, you can see the Westin Grand Cayman 7 Mile Beach Resort and Spa, and you can see the date of July 10th to July 17th, 7 nights. That came up to $2,451.62 if you went to Expedia. If you went through our travel membership, you would have gotten that same booking, Westin Grand Cayman, 7 Mile Beach Club, same time frame, July 10th to July 17th, 2013. So this isn't something that's 2 years old, okay? You would have gotten that for $1,891. Okay. So that's a $560. Now this is a higher end resort. Let's look at another one, okay? So here's one where if you went to Orbit, so somebody wants to come to Orlando, and they want to come from September 6th through September the 13th. They go to Orbit, an average of $174 a night, $1,218, but they would get a little discount from Orbit. They get a 40% discount off 2 nights or more. So they get a nice little discount. They get it for $820.34. Not bad for an 8-day, 7-night stay. Okay, that same. Look at this: Legacy Vacations Resorts Orlando, Legacy Vacations Resort, Vacation Club Orlando. Okay, that's in Kissimmee. Yeah, that's in Kissimmee. Yep, that's it. That's the same one. Queen, look at that. Yeah. $319.
I was looking already, Tina.
Yeah,
I was like, that was special. That's special.
Okay, so
take your family.
Yeah. Let's look at a private jet tour. Now, I did not see the Caribbean one, and I'm hoping they still do the Caribbean one. I didn't see it, but it does say call, and I have a demo account, so I don't own the product yet. Once I own the product, I'm calling to find out. Okay.
Yes.
I did check out this All-American East tour. Now, what this did is it took you up to Niagara Falls, like you'd be going on a private jet, all right?
Okay.
Flew up to Niagara Falls. You were in the Niagara Falls area. Then you went to Toronto, Canada. Then you came back down to Washington, D.C., and it broke down everything. It told you where you were going, and, it was like a sightseeing type tour. And the excursion included your flight being the private jet, your accommodations, or whatever hotel you were staying in. It included most of your major meals. I saw breakfast, I saw dinner, and the lunch might have been on you. But I saw breakfast, I saw dinner, and then let's say if it was some sightseeing, that covered whatever sightseeing stuff that you were doing. Okay, we're talking for as little as $1,100 per person. Then the Western tour, the All-American West, that started off, I believe, in San Francisco, and you wound up spending a day or two in the Bay Area. Then you went to you went to a place in Utah, and you went to the Grand Canyon, and then you ended up in Vegas.
Okay.
And so when you flew from San Francisco to the Grand Canyon, you flew in a private jet. When you go from the Grand Canyon to Vegas, you're in a private jet. Okay? So these are the types of things that are available with this travel program. Is that a little bit better than just a condo booking engine?
Yeah. Yes. A whole lot better. Go ahead, Tuma.
Okay. There's also going to be every cruise you can think of. And what they said when I was on the conference call with them last Tuesday, I think it was, or last week, or no, oh no, so much has been going on. Maybe it was this week. I don't know. Anyway, no, it was Tuesday. All right. They said if it can be booked online or it can be booked through a travel agent, they have it. If it can be booked online or if it can be booked through a travel agent, they have it. They have a best cruise rate guarantee, and then they have a rapid rebate cash program. I think that cash rebate is once you have taken the trip. So once you come back, you get anywhere from something like an average of a 10 to a 20% rebate. So if your cruise was $1,000, for instance, when you get back home, shortly thereafter, you're getting anywhere from $100 to $200 coming back to you. So you'll get the best rate on the cruise itself that you can find on the internet, and then on top of that, you're going to come back and get somewhere between a 10 and a 20% discount. So this is the travel product. This is the travel product that the company actually wanted from the start. And the main sales dude, that makes the deal happen was in Africa on a safari, and he stayed there for a while. By the way, you can book everything from those types of tours. You can book religious-based tours. Let's say if you want to go to the Holy Land or what have you, you can book all that kind of stuff. And again, we're not travel agents. We're not purporting to be travel agents. It's simply a travel membership. This travel membership sells, they only do business, Queen, with their partners. They white label with their partners, meaning they're the engine behind it. And, of course, it'll I don't know what it's going to say, Jubi Travel. I don't know what it's going to say. But there might be, I don't know of any other direct selling company, network marketing company that has this particular product. I think most of the companies that use this product are in more of the traditional travel business, and they offer this membership. And the guy said the other day that they offer the membership anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. What happens is essentially for each customer it costs a certain amount, and then that company can it doesn't cost $5,000 or $8,000 to gain access, but that's what they sell it for. That's what retailing with some of these other companies. Now, I will tell you, it is a pretty penny. So what the company had to do, if to be able to price this in with our current structure, and the company was certainly aware that we're already going through quite a few modifications. So this was initially like, boy, but we can't do that for $549. We can't do the top package for $1,250. It's got to be a little bit more because of all the bonus monies that we're paying or what have you. So what's going to happen is there's essentially going to be a couple of options. There's going to be the lifestyle consumable option, Queen, which will only be available in the U.S. Or in Canada, where someone comes aboard for $549, they get $549 worth of consumable products, and then the $1,250, they get $1,250 worth of consumable products. Or a person can start with the global travel packages of $599 and $1,350. Again, the $549 would not work with the same bonus structure. They would have to change the bonus structure a little bit because it's pricier per. It costs more to gain access to that system than it does to send out the consumable products. That's the bottom line. All right, so it's going to be $599 for the package, or $1,350. The difference is, here's the difference, Queen. The $13.50 gives you phone support. So like the other day, I was going through and I was looking at the condos, right? There's like 5 or 6 condo booking engines. So, yeah, I'm just getting a test for it, and before I knew it, I've already spent 30 minutes going between this booking engine and that booking engine, what have you. Well, all right, so I wouldn't have phone support with $5.99. With $13.50, I'd have phone support, and then all I'd have to do is pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm looking to travel this destination, this area of the world. I want to do it this time. I'd like to have preferably 2 bedrooms that sleep 6 or 3 bedrooms that sleeps 8. And my understanding is they then go through the database for you, and they may have some deals that are not showing online because it updates every 20 minutes. And that's where the best price guarantee comes in when you're talking about some of the other bookings. So once they give you the pricing, let's say on a cruise, if you book it at that point, then the best price guarantee kicks in. And then if you find, hear me, if you find that same cruise, now it's got to be apples to apples, not apples to oranges, same carrier, you're leaving the same time, same what have you. If you find that cruise elsewhere cheaper, hear me, Queen, they don't refund the difference. They pay for your cruise.
I like that, Lamont.
And what he said, what he said the other day, he said one time, he said it doesn't happen often, but he said he said one time we had, I forget who the vendor was, that, there was a cruise line that posted the wrong rates on their website, and that cruise line decided to honor the rate. Well, because it posted the wrong rate on their website, then the rate that that cruise line was willing to honor was cheaper than what they could offer. So guess what? They paid for the cruise. And this is what he said. He said it was the best money we ever spent, because what that showed, that those members, there was a couple members, is that we honor our guarantee.
Right.
Okay. Now there will be a customer, pure customer, and promoter alike. You either pay the $5.99 or the $13.50. All right, if you want the travel package, and you do have to have at least a $25 a month auto ship. And that's your. All right, so
$5.99.
Yeah, $5.99, at least a $25 a month auto ship, which most of us will have. If it's a customer, they would need to have an auto ship, because this is going to retail to the customer world for like $17.99 and $29.99, not for $5.99 and $13.50. So the way they get it as a customer is they get it for the $5.99 or the $13.50, but they have to agree to be on auto ship. If they're in the U.S., it could be physical delivery products. If it's outside the U.S., it's some digital delivery, something or another. But they have to agree to that. Of course, most of us are already on auto ship of even more than that. So most of us are going to be fine. So that's that particular product. We could build the whole company on that product. And Queen, let's just hit this real quickly, and then we'll get to the questions. I know I'm a little bit beyond my time for the questions. But Queen, you and I did this the other night on the webinar, and again, it was something that people hadn't heard. Right there. Queen, you've been testing for a while a product that nobody had really heard the company talk about. That's going to be called the Jubi Relief Formula. Can you tell us what that is all about and what you've already seen with your private test?
I can use that P word?
Yeah, you can use the P word, yes.
Oh, okay. It is pain relief in a bottle. It's in 99% of the cases, it's instant. I mean, you spray it on, rub it in, and instantly people feel relief from the pain. I mean, and I do mean all kinds of pain. Fibromyalgia, arthritis, plantar fasciitis, carpal tunnel, rotator cuff. You know how you playing ball and you mess up, you do something to that rotator cuff. Herniated and bulging disc, spinal stenosis, diabetic-related pains, sore, burning feet, neuropathy, pinched nerves, Heal and
Are
bone
you reading
spur.
something? Are you reading something?
I am.
Okay, okay. You've been yeah, that's fine. I mean, because you were just going down this list. I'm like,
I am.
I thought like if I had a pain in my knee, okay, but I mean, you're talking about some serious stuff. You're talking about some serious stuff.
Oh, yes. I mean, T. Lamont, I have a nephew. Guys out here in Jubi Land, I have a nephew who has his darn, I just lost it. Anyway, his spine curve.
Scoliosis.
There we go.
Talking about Stephen, right?
Yep, Stephen. He has scoliosis, gotcha. And in that his spine curve, he's an adult male, and his body is deformed, but he has pain all the time. Mm-hmm. Well, I gave him the spray on. His wife sprayed it on him, rubbed it in, and he was almost jumping up and down for joy because he could move.
Wow.
So it is serious.
The Queen, for him, do you know roughly how long that relief lasted once he sprayed it on?
It lasted more than 24 hours. But now the product works, and it's not a miracle cure, a miracle healing. It is. I mean, it relieves inflammation, thereby relieving the pain, the cause of the pain.
Okay.
And so basically you still have to use it if you've been using it on a regular basis because you have something, then you're going to still need to use it on a regular basis, just like you would your whatever that other stuff was. But this is all natural. See, this is all natural. None of that stuff is going to kill your kidneys or your liver.
Gotcha.
So it's all natural.
And it's topical, so I don't have to take pills. I just rub it on.
It's topical. You spray it and rub it on.
And it sounds like it's consumable because if I've had pain and I'm rubbing this on and I'm feeling relief,
right?
I don't ever want to run out of that.
Yeah, you don't. That's right. And you want to use it every day so to make sure you don't come back, so it doesn't come back.
So,
the instructions are going to go ahead and use
it
every day. The instructions read, go ahead and use it. Use it every day.
So don't be like my mom, who whenever she finds relief, then she stops doing what she was doing that got her the relief.
Exactly.
So my mom, use it every day, ma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
whether you feel pain or not, use it every day.
Right, because what it does is it keeps it from coming back. And I can tell you that using the the mouth all the time, all of a sudden this week I had that little pain that's called carpal tunnel. And I sprayed it on, and I rubbed it in, P. Lamont, and it relieved the pain.
So
okay, and I hadn't had it. I mean, I hadn't really felt that in a very long time anyway. But I felt that. I mean, the pain came, and I was like, "Ooh, we need some pain relief in the bottle. Come on." So I sprayed some on, rubbed it in, and it relieved it, and it continued for more than 24 hours.
So someone is asking, and so now we'll move over to questions. Does it work for headaches?
Usually, if it's a sinus headache, you can put it on a napkin or a handkerchief and breathe it in through your nostrils.
Okay.
And it will release and relieve that headache. I didn't even get into all because Lamont started asking me questions. But it's a whole chronic pain, sinus headaches, hay fever, cold, and head congestion, asthma, chest congestion, bronchitis, laryngitis, emphysema, cold sores, insect bites, rashes, burns, sores, cuts, and abrasions. And if your feet hurt, you can put a little bit in your foot bath and put your feet in there, and it will relieve tired feet.
Hey, T. Lamont.
Hey, Dave. Dave, you know about this thing too. Talk, Dave.
I can add a little bit to that. I actually found one of the people who found this. I know Queen was talking to the same gentleman, and he gave me a bottle. I have neuropathy in my feet from diabetes, So it's really hard. It was really hard for me to walk, and so I was kind of overweight and gained a lot of weight and everything. And I started using a spray. I've been using it probably 3 times a day, and it enabled me. I mean, my feet don't even hurt anymore. I'm still using it, but it was enabling me to start walking again, running again, and because of that, I've lost over 30 pounds. I'm almost off my diabetes medicine. I mean, I could probably stop right now, but I had 2 medicines. I've already stopped one, and then the other one I'll probably stop next week, and I've lost 30 pounds. But you know, for diabetic with that neuropathy, if you can't walk, and if it hurts your feet so bad, you know, I mean, because my feet were so sensitive. Like we have brand new carpet in our house, and it's really soft, and my wife's like, but it affected my feet. I couldn't even walk on the carpet, or if I'm laying in bed, I can't put a cover or a sheet on my feet because they hurt so bad. They were so sensitive. And now for the last month, I've been putting this on. Like I said, it's been a blessing. You know, I'm up to 4.2 or 4.4 miles, I think we are now. And I'm walking it and running it halfway. Hopefully by the next couple weeks, I'll be able to run the whole thing. But without the spray, because it got me started. Because before that, my feet hurt so bad, I couldn't even hardly walk. If that makes sense.
Wow.
Wow.
And the reason I wanted Queen to talk about that, I didn't even know that Dave was there, is because I want you guys to understand that we understand from a leadership standpoint that there's the apple cart has been upset. That what many people were looking for in terms of the revenue sharing world, you know, there's that disappointment that is dead and so on and so forth. All right, what do I do now? What's happening now? I am telling you that the products that are coming, that from what I remember, Queen, when you told me this last week, you said, when are we going to get this? This is our wow product.
Yes.
You combine that with the curvaceousness of travel, then you have, now for my international folks, you know, I don't know how easy that's going to be to get to you, so I'm sorry. So let's talk to my U.S. and Canadian folks right now. You take that product. Queen, do you understand that if we had a conference call or a recorded webinar and all we did was talk about that particular product, that people would want it?
Yes, I do. And keep in mind, what makes it so special, I don't know, I mean, if you weren't on the call on Tuesday, what I said was one promoter took this product, had a home party, 8 people showed up to her home party, and she got, from that 8 people, she had 67 referrals for the relief, for the pain relief. 67. Now, we all want referrals, right? And most people have a hard time giving you referrals for general products, but they had no problem saying, oh, yeah, my friend so-and-so is in pain. Let me give you her name and telephone number.
Wow. And now, so guys, that's going to be a product that people can buy, whether they're in the income opportunity or not. That's going to produce commissions. And once again, Queen, as folks start to pick up the internet marketing skill set, they'll be able to develop campaigns that just promote that product.
Yes.
So you can promote that product, and I'm sure Pro Marketing System will probably have something to that product too, but you can promote that product, you can promote the travel product. My whole point is, as we develop this marketing skill set, the whole world now opens up to us. And these 2 products, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 products, the Jubi Relief, I don't want to say pain relief, but the Jubi Relief formula.
The relief formula in the bottle.
All right, and the travel, I think, are going to be absolutely huge. So let's get to questions here. Where and when will we get the product? Femi, I was told last week that the first order has already been made. I don't know. I got to get an ETA as to when that order will be fulfilled and it'll be available to the field. That I'm not sure what the ETA. Hey, Dave, do you happen to know? Dave, you still around?
On which product? Yeah, I'm here. On which product?
The pain relief product.
Can you hear me?
Have any? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, actually, we've been going back and forth on the label. I think we got the label done today. So once the label's done, it should be pretty quick. And it was just a matter of, you know, making the wording right and getting it where Josh wanted. So I think he's going to sign off on it, say I'm waiting for the final copy on that, and I would say very shortly after that. It doesn't take, you know, once we get the label, we're so. I mean, I would say within 30 days or less. I mean,
Hey,
we're pretty
hey,
close.
hey, Dave, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How did this product even come to Jubi? Kind of tell the story of what was happening that had you to reach out to somebody, and this is how this product kind of fell in our lap.
Well, I mean, a lot of things happen. First of all, the guy AJ is actually an affiliate and loves Jubi Max and sent a couple support tickets. Hey, I've got a product. And then you and I have talked for years. I used to sell arthritis cream, and we sampled the arthritis cream. So obviously, the Jubi Max, the business model was sample products. So I mentioned to you months and months ago that, hey, I think arthritis cream is great. I had a product that I think would do really well with sampling. And AJ was so persistent, kept pushing to have me talk to him. And then I started doing some research and found that I thought AJ's product was actually better. So I called him up and had him give me samples. And he says, yeah, I sent some to Queen too. So he was really trying hard. He's doing his job as a salesman to get it in the company. And I think that the biggest thing is we want consumable products. We want products that people are going to fall in love with. And I'll tell you, folks, when I sold my arthritis cream, when I finally stopped selling it and went on to other things, I had people that were reordering like 4 years later. I mean, I was still ordering like 2 or 3 cases a month just because people kept. And back then, I didn't have a credit card processor. It was a different world. The internet was different. I had a P.O. box, and they would send me checks, and I would go to the P.O. box every month, and there'd be 30, 40 orders sitting there, and it was years after I stopped selling it. So when you find a product this is a different product than what we have now, but when you find a product that works, like Queen said, if you're in pain, and one thing I don't know if you mentioned or not, but probably the #1 growing epidemic in America right now is plantar fasciitis, where people have that foot pain because we're just not making shoes the way that we used to, or they're coming from China and no one's really there's no support in them, all the issues we're having with shoes. And this is a beautiful product for that. It really does help with that, because the issue is this: it's all about circulation. You want to get the circulation to that area. But think about this, Tilman, and why this product's an absolute home run for us. How many people out there can't take Celebrex? They don't want to take Celebrex. Mm-hmm. How many people out there can't take whatever the other names of Celebrex are, but the different pain medicines out there the doctors are prescribing, it hurts their stomachs, it hurts their kidneys, it's just so damaging. And I've actually talked to people that have pain that are supposed to take Celebrex, and they refuse to take it. They'd rather live with the pain. And now we have a product that you can put on top. I mean, I shared this with my doctor, and he wants samples. He said, bring it in. I've got tons of patients that need something like this because they can't take the Celebrex.
Gotcha. Right. All right, so let's get to Q&A. So someone was asking me about the travel, and they said, is it for internationals? What can we offer international? It seems like that that everything is for the States. Well, the travel originally, the new travel product was originally intended specifically for the international audience because there's some challenges with just marketing a travel product in the U.S. from a regulatory standpoint. It's not so much that you can't market travel, but because these profit margins on travel are so slim, that really the company just wanted to have it for the U.S. for the international audience. So it was originally designed for the international audience, though it can be used all over. So now what they've done is they've checked with the attorneys to see what still needs to happen from a U.S. standpoint. This travel product is an international product. Okay, as a matter of fact, I can tell you that when I went in and I looked at some of the condo booking, the hotels, all right? So you've got a hotel piece that we did not have before. So why is that important? Well, because maybe a person's not looking to book an exotic vacation. They're just going from one part of their country or one part of a state to another part of a state, and they need a 1 or 2 or 3 day night stay. Obviously, cruises are all international, and obviously, even with the condos. What I saw the other day that was intriguing was, as I was going through one of the condo booking engines, Queen, I noticed that there were quite a few spots in places like in South Africa. And so immediately I'm thinking of people like Bev Brossi. I was like, oh, okay. I hadn't, not that there weren't, but I hadn't paid attention to places as much outside the U.S. with the regular condo booking engine. So this is a product that is a huge travel product. And we got to remember now, with our international audience, all right, now obviously there might be some places where the exchange rate. You know, in some places, for instance, I know in the Dominican Republic, $1 US is 41 Dominican pesos. So $5.99. You know, I don't know, $13.50. I don't know how well that works in maybe that particular country or what have you. But now, Queen, when we were just doing revenue sharing, right?
Yeah.
Whether it was Zeke Rewards, go from places, what have you. Queen, there was no shortage of people making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $10,000 purchases.
Right.
That were not in the U.S. All right. So, you know, while we would love to be everything to everyone, we're not going to be able to be everything to everyone. However, even if you are in a country, let's say you're in Jamaica, where I forget what the exchange rate is, but you know that amount for some of our Jamaican friends may be a little cost prohibitive, right? So you know what we do with Lancelot? We make sure that Lancelot learns how to build on the internet,
right.
And then Lancelot can gear his campaign for introducing Jubi, introducing whatever it is that he's promoting. He can gear his campaign so it's not just you know, folks in Jamaica or what have you. We're not going to be able to be everything to everyone. We wish we could be, but unfortunately we won't be able to. This would be a phenomenal international product as well as a U.S. based product. Now, in terms of some of the other products, all right, it's really just going to be a matter of company growth. You know, so let's say now, Queen, obviously we got to get back on track, all right? You know, revenue's obviously been extremely paltry during this transition period, as we would have suggested. So we get things back on track. People start coming aboard with the new packages. People start buying the products. You know, again, people that may not even be in the income opportunity because of the power of the products now. But now I believe, Queen, we've got a couple of wow and distinguishable products. Yes, skincare, 7 out of 10 companies in this industry that make the most money or generate the most sales are in skincare. But, you know, we got skincare, yes, but is that a game changer? Because it's another, you know, there's a lot of companies out there in skincare. So hopefully they'll use the pain relief as an example, and then they'll take a look at our skincare or the coffee or what have you, okay? So as we grow, and so this may not be next week. It's not going to be next week, not next month. It might not even be this year. But as we grow, Queen, I can already tell you, for instance, that one of our bigger revenue-producing countries outside of the U.S. is Israel. And so I know there's already been discussions because Israel is really growing of, okay, let's take a look and see what we have to do to be able to have some of these products in Israel. I know that Jay Joshua, once we get through all of this transition, there's a lot of other stuff that's going on, has already remarked to me on several occasions that next he plans on getting an international shipping consultant to see what we need to do to break into some of the other areas with our physical delivery products and have maybe like a distribution facility there. So we're not sending onesies and twosies of products, but we're sending a whole shipment over there, and then there's a shipping facility that services that country or maybe that particular region of the world. That's not going to happen tomorrow, but that is something that the company is certainly looking forward to as we go down the road, okay? All right, give me a moment. Yes.
There's a question about the Jubi points and the Jubi bucks and the, you know, how is it? I mean, is it going to be relevant at least a little bit in the future? And how, you know, what do you tell your team?
Okay. And thank you, Vicky. Vicky said she read online that we're no longer going to be paid on Jubi points. I don't know where that came from. Who would have said that? That's nowhere close to true. As a matter of fact, what the company did is it grandfathered existing points that anybody had. If you were Jade and you maintain your Jade rank, then your points were earned for an additional 4 months beyond what their original expiration was set to. If you are Ruby, you still have to maintain the Ruby rank now. Your points would earn for 6 months. If you were Emerald, your points would earn for another 8 months. Again, you maintain your Emerald rank. And then Diamond, your points would earn for an additional 12 months. Okay. Now, so your existing points will continue to earn. I can tell you right now, revenue is way down. And just think about it. Let's just be honest. How many of you during this transition period, how many of you have gone out and recruited someone? How many of you have gotten someone to make a purchase of anything? You haven't. I haven't.
Right.
Now, I've had some people, Queen, that did register with me for free, but I haven't had them to make any purchase of anything. Why? I'm not going to have them just going and purchasing Jubi Bucks. That system of just buying Jubi Bucks and giving them away and creating Jubi points, well, that's, we know that system's, we can still buy Jubi Bucks, but treat it like you would brochures and things of that nature. So I would buy Jubi Bucks a little at a time, give them away for sampling purposes, have them used, get my points, then make some profits and then do some more. Okay. All right. So now points are still there. Existing points are still there. We just need to maintain our rank, and we'll earn whatever the daily rewards happens to be. Queen, I'm not going to focus my marketing efforts going forward around the points because I have no idea what all of this is going to mean in terms of a reward per point. I knew what our reward per points were looking like as an average before we had to make these transitions. I have no idea. I have no idea. Now, what the attorneys and the consultants wanted to see is they wanted to see that people could earn points outside of simply purchasing Jubi Bucks, so that points were never, so points going forward wouldn't be considered, hey, I purchased $2,500 in Jubi Bucks, I got 2,500 points, and thereby people associating points with dollars. Okay.
Right.
So this is where you see, for instance, what's going to wind up happening. It's not going to be in the presentation. It was too much. But let's say if you had a person that made an order, all right. Let's say they just ordered the relief formula. Okay. Not a rep, just a customer. They paid for the shipping. They paid to get the product. All right. Then what's going to happen there is you're going to receive something like 10 times the amount of that purchase in points. So if they made a $30 purchase, you'll get 300 points for the for the daily leadership bonus. If you had a person that you brought aboard that purchased one of the packages, let's say they purchased a $549 or a $599 package. $549 would be the lifestyle consumables in the U.S. The $599 would be the lower travel package. Then you're going to earn, I think, 1,000 points towards the DLB. If you had someone purchase the $1,250 lifestyle consumables or the $1,350 for the upgraded travel package, you're going to earn 2,500 points. Now, here's the thing, Queen. So the attorneys wanted to reward points for sales,
action.
Okay,
Yes.
for action. So the consultant designed all this stuff with, if it's an auto ship, you get so many more points. What? I don't know what that's going to mean, to be honest with you. And what I mean by that is, if all of a sudden somebody comes in and they get a bunch of customers and now they have all these huge points, I don't know what that's going to mean. So personally, I will not, going forward, be promoting very much about the DLB because I don't know what that means just yet. Now, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months down the line, then we may have a better sense of what that means. So what I've said up to this point was new person, beginner can get started. They can earn some Jubi points. They're in the pool. They can make some money every day. But now, you're not going to get rich on it. I have no idea, Vicki, what that's going to mean for the new person. What does it mean for the old person? What it means for the old person is those things. If you are Jade, your points will earn for 4 months beyond what they originally would have expired. So if they would have expired in 80 days, they're going to earn 4 months beyond that 80-day period. If you're Ruby, maintain a Ruby designation, it's 6 months, Emerald is 8 months, and then Diamond is 12 months. So I think I've answered. Hopefully, I've answered that satisfactorily. Does that give enough meat, Queen?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And basically, the DLB is not gone. It's just taking a different look.
Yeah. The DLB is not gone. Now, and I got this call today. All right. I did send out a video. and I said, revenue sharing as we know it is dead. Let me make sure you understand what I mean by that, okay? Revenue sharing, the way that most of us had come to know revenue sharing and the way most of us wanted to, promote it, revenue sharing, that's dead. The days, Queen, of I buy $1,000 worth of Jubi bucks. I give the Jubi bucks away, whether they're used or not. I get 1,000 Jubi points. And my expectation is, I know it's all based on revenue, but I'm hoping I'm going to earn 0.0125 tonight, all right, per point. Right. So each point earns 0.0125 as an example. And, of course, before we had to make the shifts, in many cases it was beyond, it was more than that. It was 0.013, 0.0132, what have you, okay? Those days are gone. Are there other companies that also have a revenue sharing model that I'm hearing people say, man, we did 12% today? Queen, all right. And listen, please understand me. I will never, ever, ever rain on your entrepreneurial or your investment parade. If you will remember, there was a system called Profitable Sunrise. We warned our team, though we understand we're all adults, so we never want to be condescending or talk down to someone. We said, hey, guys, we're not telling you not to do it. You're grown folks, but you need to know that that system, we've seen it before, and, we believe it's just going to be a matter of time, so just be careful if you are in that system, if you're promoting that, make sure you have all your disclaimers, so on and so forth, and sure enough, they're no longer here. Queen, on April 17th, when Zeke Rewards died, 2 days later, on August 19th, my question to a particular consultant was the revenue sharing model inherently flawed? Because if it was flawed, or if he told me it was flawed, then I would not have pursued another revenue sharing opportunity. It wouldn't have meant that I wouldn't have taken a position, but I wouldn't have been talking about it. I just would have, known what it was all about and treated it as such. I had a position with Profitable Sunrise, but I never promoted it because I knew what the system was. Okay, so right. In any event, Queen, he told me he didn't think it was flawed. All right, this is why we've moved to this point. Now we know that it is inherently flawed, and so that's why I can't promote a revenue sharing model. So the DLB will still be there. You won't hear me talk much about it because I have no idea what this is going to mean, even once we get the sales back up, what it's going to mean. Keep this in mind. I know we're going on to the next question. Set me up. I heard you. Yeah. Keep this in mind. The days, because see, the days of 50% of the company's revenue going to the DLB, those are gone. Why? You can't pay a $1,000 bonus again and again, $10,000 bonus again and again, all of these other matching bonuses and what have you. You can't do that and put 50% in the DLB. All right, so even when revenues go back up, there's going to be a smaller slice of the daily revenue going into the DLB. And so, Queen, since I haven't seen that, it's hard for me to say anything other than I'm not personally promoting the DLB as a part of the major part of the compensation plan. For me, it's there. Next question.
Right. Okay. Elena asked if this travel package will even have discounts in Europe. Because if that's the case, then she has somebody she's going to sell this package to right now. Yeah, all over the place. All over the place. Yeah. Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, U.S., Canada, all over the place. South America. Next question. Okay. Daryl is asking, what is the relief formula? What is in the relief formula in the active ingredient? Queen, I haven't seen the relief formula, so maybe you do. That's okay. I'm getting ready to tell you. Okay, gotcha. Yes. Okay, eucalyptus oil, rapeseed oil, jojoba oil, and aloe vera in a proprietary blend. All natural. I like that proprietary blend. Yes, in a proprietary blend, and it's all natural. That's the deal, guys. It's all natural. And I have not heard of any of those products killing your kidneys or your liver. Gotcha. So there we go. Okay. Next question. All right, and somebody says, congratulations, Dave. And is this product in one of the packages?
It's in terms of the lifestyle consumable package, not now because it's not. Yes, what?
That's a question. If it's in the lifestyle consumable.
Yeah, in the lifestyle consumable package, the $549 or the $1250. No, it's not in there yet because that to my knowledge, that's not in the warehouse yet. I know there was the first big order Dave just talked about. It looks like they've settled on the labeling for it. I don't know how quickly it's going to then be in the warehouse ready for shipment, so I'm not quite sure. I do know that it's going to be a fairly inexpensive product. I think for we promoters, because we'll be on, if you're a promoter on AutoShip, I think it's going to be like $30, $29.99. I think what it's going to be, and I think even a customer who's not on AutoShip, it's going to be like in the $35 range for a bottle. And a bottle is how much? What is it about? It's an ounce. Is that right?
It's 1 ounce, and that 1 ounce lasts for it can last for more than 30 days.
Yeah, it's 1 ounce, and depending on how much you use, it's going to last you 30 to 45 days, maybe even a little bit further than that. And so, I was figuring it out the other day. It comes out to about 50 cents a day.
Yeah, so if I get, that's a great product not only for what it does, it's a great price point too.
Yeah, but let me if you don't mind, 50 cents a day. My diabetes medicine's $1,300 a month.
Wow.
So why am I working so hard? My wife lost her job. We have no more insurance. I don't want to pay $1,300 a month. 50 cents a day for something to put on my feet so I can exercise. I mean, it's such a ridiculously low price. It's just silly.
I mean, it is. It costs way less than going to the store and buying your leave days because you have to buy several bottles of it, even if it's a 12-hour day, 12-hour release, or even the Tylenol. So it is when you really look at it. And then what it does cost, what it doesn't cost is your body function. So that's what I look at.
I mean, it's all natural. What it does is, and I don't know how all this stuff works. I'm not a guy like that, but it opens up your pores. This is what AJ told me. It opens up your pores, and then it brings the active ingredients into your area, helping bring blood flow to that area, which reduces the inflammation. And most of our issues with pain is inflammation. And what this does, it's a natural way of reducing that inflammation. So it really does work, folks.
That's exactly right, Dave. You might not know, but you got it. What is Max Relief or Max Formula Relief? Is that what it is in the bottle? Max
Are
Formula
you talking
Relief
about what Shelly's question? What's the name of it?
Yeah, what's the name?
I don't know.
I think it's Max Formula Relief. Max.
I'll tell you in just a second. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Okay,
I don't think the word pain is in there from a FDA standpoint.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we took that out, and I'm just trying to find the latest email. I'll tell you in just a second.
Okay. You can go on to Pete's question.
Now, what about the healthy coffee? Can you talk about when will it be available?
Hey, Peter, that may very well. That I think the coffee is going to be in the lifestyle consumable product. So, Dave, do you have any more information on the first coffee blend? Is that ready? I've heard Jay Joshua say it's in the warehouse. I don't know if that means it's ready to be shipped. Is that what that means?
He hinted on the Monday night call that it might be ready by next Monday. I mean, I don't want to steal his thunder, but he did hint on that. The name of the product is Jubi Max Relief Formula, natural relief in a bottle.
There we go. Now you have it. Jubi Max
Relief Formula.
Natural.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah, Relief Formula.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All right. You on the Robert?
Well, Robert, explain platinum qualifications and benefits and ways to get it.
Okay, Robert, you've heard on a couple of webinars that Jay Joshua did. He would say at the end, go platinum. And at one point he had a whole slide in there, and I said, man, that's a lot. That's a bit much, I think. There's a lot of stuff going on. And so what I think is going to wind up happening is there's going to be a webinar. Now I don't know when it starts. I think it's going to be on a Wednesday. It may start next Wednesday, but don't hold me to that. That's going to be essentially for new people, or actually not just for new people, for anybody who wants to increase their points. And again, meaning they can increase their points not just by the virtue of purchasing more Jubi Bucks and giving them away, but by getting customers and things of that nature. So now, going platinum is going to be where in a person's first 30 days, they get any combination, my understanding, so don't hold me to this. This is what I understand. You get a combination of 3 customers and or promoters that purchase this package. All right, any combination is what I'm understanding. And if you go platinum in your first 30 days, then what's going to happen is you're going to receive 50% more points for life for whatever it is you did to get points for. So if you got a new customer that made a purchase, and let's say they made a $100 purchase, and you get 10 times that purchase in points, which would be 1,000 points added to the DLB. Well, now you would get an extra 500 points. The car bonus. Now, I don't know about any grandfathering effect on this. I think the way that we get platinum is I think we got like 30 days to bring on one something. I forget what the number was, but the existing folks, the founding members, can get platinum very, 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 very easily. Okay, and so what's going to happen? What's going to happen with that, Queen? Like with the car bonus, the car bonus has been $700. Okay. Well, one of the things the company had to look at with all the other bonuses is the car bonus. So the car bonus is going to be $350, but if you go platinum, you go to $700. So the whole idea is that for the new person coming aboard, they can earn a $350 car bonus, but if they happen to go platinum in that first 30 days, then when they earn the car bonus, it would be $700. So the whole idea, Queen, is to create some momentum.
Right.
New person comes aboard, they get either 3 customers or promoters or any combination thereof in their first 30 days to go platinum. That helps to bring, get the recruiting engine going and get the revenue engine coming back. Okay?
Right.
All right,
okay, now, there's just a question about the orders. Getting orders, are we going to be working trying to not have back orders?
Yeah, well, let me tell you what happened with the back orders, okay? What happened with the back orders was the quality score. When when the quality score got introduced and people said, oh, okay, I got to have bucks are used, they went and they did what what they were supposed to do. They got mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, aunt using Jubi Bucks. And so what happened was we started having days where we had more orders in a day going out than we had in a previous week or previous 2 weeks. And so, it just, we had a certain amount in the warehouse and kind of knew what the inventory needs were based on what the current order flow was. And that was just, oh, boom, oh, my gosh. That's one of those things where, in retrospect, maybe the company would have done something a little bit differently on that or what have you. But you live and you learn. So I believe going forward we should be fine. Now this the pain relief formula. Did they order enough of that to start with? I don't know. So they may need to put another order in just as soon as it comes out.
That's what it sounds like to me because everybody's asking about that Tila. Now, Michael is saying it sounds like travel membership would work well for business travel, especially for the businesses that do a lot of traveling.
It will. So just be mindful that you're not going to get any discounts on just airfare. Nobody gives discounts on airfare. Now, if you are doing an airfare hotel package or an airfare hotel and car package, then yes, you may very well get some great discounts on that. And so if a person is a business traveler, I'm going to strongly suggest they consider the highest package, the 1350 package, so that they can simply call in and say, hey, I'm going here and this place and that place. get me the best rates and what have you. That's the big advantage of having the 1350 package. Also, Queen, I've asked, I don't know what the answer is to this, because I know the company said, hey, we're not going to let people buy packages. All right, we're not going to let them buy, and the reasoning being behind that is obviously you have people that made purchases of Jubi Bucks with the hope that there's going to be Jubi points, and yes, it's going to be based on revenue, but we expected there to be higher revenues. Weren't expecting to have to make the changes that we made, and so the company didn't want to have a situation where people felt like, oh, now you're making me buy something else. What I said to Jay Josh the other day, I said, man, you better let me buy that product. Now, you might not commission out on it. You might feel like you can't commit, so I don't want anybody putting any pressure on any of their existing teammates to buy the travel so that you can get commission out, because the company may not offer a commission or anything like that. But I said, man, you better let me buy that product, doggone it.
I know, right? We have to be able to buy this product. That's not going to work otherwise.
And so if you've got the resources, if you make the money, I don't want you to go back in your pocket. Make the money. Let's build it. Let's make some commissions, and then if you want to get it, and so on and so forth. But I told him, man, shoot, I like to travel. Tell me I can't buy it. Okay, go on.
We are past the time.
Are we?
Yes, we are. And there's one question here about the Jubi point that somebody just really doesn't understand. When a new person enrolls, does that person, and they buy a package, then does that package amount become Jubi point, or just the person who enrolls them gets Jubi point?
Okay, here's one of the things that the consultants and the attorneys are saying was also a flaw. In traditional marketing, what would happen is, let's say the Avon lady or the Mary Kay lady, she purchases inventory. She purchased $2,000 worth of inventory. All right, and now who got commissioned on that and who got any rewards based on that was the enroller. Okay. With the revenue sharing model, the way it was constructed, what happens is if I made a $2,000 purchase, I got points for making that $2,000 purchase, and then I earned on that. And what they were saying is, this is where we believe that, again, there's no case study, but this is what they're feeling would be if Mr. Regulator came a-knocking, that he's going to say, oh, so really all that is a guise for an investment, because a person made a $2,000 purchase essentially to get the 2,000 points to earn on that. So what's going to happen is, when someone purchases a package, points are going to be awarded, but it's not going to be awarded to the purchaser. It's going to be awarded to the person that did the enrolling, the enroller that enrolled that person, and that person purchased the package. So it's going to go to the enroller. So if you enrolled me, I purchased a 1350 package, you are going to get 2,500 points for the purposes of the daily leadership bonus. Not me. Not me. In times past, I got those points. I won't get those. You'll get those points. That make sense, Queen?
That makes sense to the You're still past the time, but now. So there's still more questions to the mind.
Hey, Louise, yes. I see what you're saying. I don't know what it takes to do that, but I know that he's going to be hiring a shipping consultant, and we'll try to get it there as soon as we possibly can. I just can't make any promises. I have no idea of the ETA for you in Australia. Okay. All right.
Okay. There's still a lot more questions to the mind, and we try to stay here to answer them all. Then we will be here all night, and we have another webinar coming up. So.
Show the same screen state. Hold on. What is Sharon saying? What did Sharon just say? Okay, so we're going off to the other one. Last video on the comp plan, Matila Mona's presenter had a whiteboard presentation that did not show. The same screen stayed on throughout. Oh, really? Matila might be making one so that people can see. Okay, hey Sharon. Yes, Sharon. What? So Sharon is asking about. I did some type of presentation. I must have had a problem with my whiteboard and people couldn't see it. The whiteboard was just until we had a PowerPoint presentation. So the PowerPoint presentation has been refined. Like I've gotten a new PowerPoint presentation every day this week with a little change here and a little change there. So once that's refined enough, Sharon, I will be doing a presentation. I'm sure, I think Jay Joshua will do a presentation, but I'll do a presentation in the style that I normally do it, and then we'll put it up on some type of format so that it can be seen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I'll probably get that done. I'll probably have at least something, even if it's only on YouTube, probably have something the first part of the week. So that'll give me over the weekend to kind of put that together, even if it's not perfect. You know, good plan executed today is better than perfect plan executed tomorrow. Got to go. Love each and every one of you. We're going over to the income opportunity presentation, JubiRevWebinar.com. We'd love for you to come over there and see the presentation as we're going to present it, because Sharon, that's what we're going to wind up doing for our audience. Love you guys. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.
See you in the next webinar.
So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please get back to the person that shared this video with you, or you can send a support ticket from your JubiRev back office. Thank you. We look forward to hearing of your success.